Hello, dear viewers and listeners, and welcome to another episode of the FrontAg Nexus podcast series. I'm Panagiotis Dalagiannis, Communications Manager at Reframe Food, the organization helping to shape the dialogue around this vital initiative. Today, we're taking another deep dive into the world of smart agriculture across the Mediterranean, exploring how innovation is transforming food systems in regions facing some of the toughest climate challenges, from Italy and Morocco to Tunisia, Turkey, and Jordan. What does smart agriculture really means for farmers, communities, and policymakers on the ground? That's what we're here to unpack. And who better to guide us than Tanay Sidki Uyar, President of EUROSOLAR Türkiye, a partner in the FrontAg Nexus project, and Professor Doctor at Istanbul Beykent University, who joins us today. Hello, dear Tanay. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, thank you very much.
So, to start, could you tell us how EUROSOLAR Türkiye contributes to the FrontAg Nexus project and its mission of promoting sustainable agriculture across the Mediterranean?
As energy supply is very important for all living things in ecosystem, we were invited by the consortium to contribute for agri-photovoltaic part of the project. But due to the WEFE nature of FrontAg project, we have decided to make a real demonstration which fits with the project mission. With our demonstration case, we are demonstrating WEFE, Water, Energy, Food and Ecosystem, Nexus components, one by one and also as a system. We are using the water in a recycled way. We are using solar energy to operate our system. We do not use fertilizers as plant food other than our 200 carp fish is producing and our system is operating without any social cost to the ecosystem of our village.
So thanks for that overview, Tanay. So as you mentioned, your demonstration case features among others aquaponics and vermicultures, two practices that might seem unfamiliar to many. Could you tell us what they involve?
Okay, to operate our aquaponics system, we are supported by about 200 carp babies working to produce material of plant food for the plants in our greenhouse. We feed the carp fish with fish food and the residues are treated in a media bed to obtain plant food. We have planted different plants in the greenhouse where the roots of the plants is in deep water culture, in touch with the circulating water which is carrying plant food. For vermiculture part, we are supported by worms to produce natural fertilizers which we shall use for our plants which we plant under photovoltaic panels of our agri-photovoltaic system. And also in the reference open land to compare the effect of different conditions on plants' growth rate and behavior. The worms are working in insulated recycled refrigerators to protect them from winter conditions.
And we already saw the fantastic work that you have done, Tanay, and thank you for explaining to our audience this demo case that you have and you are operating there. So I suppose that as with any new systems, challenges are part of the process. What have been some key obstacles in implementing these systems and how you and your team worked to overcome them?
Procurement of the materials for construction of the demonstration unit in a small village located in a countryside was challenging, and the legal permissions for building the demonstration site and necessary infrastructure took some time. We started from a plain land and provided the conditions for this demonstration unit to operate regarding electricity, water, etc. And these were a little bit time consuming, but in line with the program, we managed to construct with our staff together. And now I think we have done a good job. The money we got from European Commission Prima was well used in our case.
So you're talking, of course, about the Taşarası village demonstration case, right?
Yes, yes.
It's really important to hear that you managed to overcome all these obstacles and difficulties, which is normal to occur. I would like now to shift to the bigger picture, Tanay. EUROSOLAR Türkiye also works at the intersection of science, advocacy, and policy. From your perspective, what kind of policy shifts are most needed to support the wider adoption of technologies like aquaponics, vermiculture, and agrophotovoltaics?
As any solution which needs to replace the old practices, business as usual practices, we need to have standards. And Europe, with European Green Deal, decided to take some measures in many fields, also in the Common Agricultural Policy. So European Green Deal for 2050 is a good perspective should be taken as a guide for the future energy policies or agricultural policies or FrontAg Nexus policies. Well, we know that in June 2020, Europe developed Fit for 55 standards to be able to implement European Green Deal, making Europe in 2050 the pioneer continent to be climate neutral. So to realize this, we know that now European Union missions are being implemented, and these are, as we know, net zero cities, mission for adaptation, cancer, and soil protection and oceans protection missions. So these are the good examples, should be followed by all European countries, and the standards of Fit for 55 standards should be adapted to the member states' standards. Mainly in Turkey, we need to do this also in Turkey. And common agricultural policy should be digested, and the good examples like our demonstration plant should be disseminated to all villages doing likely things in all the country, and the demonstrations. Without providing these conditions or legal conditions and policy decisions, such demonstration units stay only single successes, and it should not be stay like this. It should be disseminated.
That's a really important point, Tanay, because it's really vital that all these innovations are communicated to the general public, and that's the whole key to turn innovation into widespread adoption. So that leads me also to the next question. I would like to ask you what is like the current landscape in Turkey when it comes to these new approaches, and what opportunities do you see for scaling them?
Yeah, with our demonstration unit in Taşarası, we have convinced the villagers over there and also policymakers around, and big city Balıkesir, and also the small town Havran, and we have also employed villagers, and now it's clear that water, energy, food ecosystem nexus is working, and so this was a good demonstration. And now we get from the municipalities around, other municipalities, to replicate what we have done in their areas, and additionally some business-oriented people, they want to learn how much does it cost if we start to make business out of this. So we are in contact with those people. I think we will have a such an impact in the business people and also policy people and the villagers themselves. So I think we did a good job with our team.
So Tanay, if you could see one sustainable practice championed by EUROSOLAR Türkiye integrated at national scale in the next decade, which would it be and why?
Now we have started 15 years ago with an IRENE conference. It is 100% renewable energy conference. So now it became came together in the same direction with European Green Deal. So we are continuing to do this, and this year will take place in between 14-16 May in 2 weeks. And over there we will also make some sessions, lectures on FrontAg Nexus. So this is the most important contribution of EUROSOLAR Türkiye in this climate neutrality. And of course, our Taşarası demonstration site will be used, and we will be doing with the local municipalities to make scale up this demonstration site for use for larger customers, larger number of people, and for businessmen to be a commercial unit. That's what we are expecting to as a follow-up to FrontAg Nexus project, and the experience we gained in this project is also valuable and powers us to realize this follow-up in the coming years.
It's really important that you already have in mind the sustainability of the project and the impact that it's going to have, and not only in this 4 years period, but after the conclusion of the FrontAg Nexus project. So thank you very much, Tanay, for walking us through the EUROSOLAR Türkiye work in the project and for this engaging discussion that we had.
My pleasure. Have a nice day. Thank you for organizing this.
And of course, thank you to our audience for tuning in. Stay with us for more engaging discussions, and don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter and follow us on social media for the latest updates. Until our next podcast, remember to save water and think sustainably.